Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so hello, lower band ride. We talked about the band compression, and I didn't talk about it yesterday, but I've talked in the past about head fakes that then go in the other direction for band rides. Yesterday was a classic head fake up to engaging that lower band on the down on the downside. Once they got rolling, it started moving violently down. We haven't seen this kind of downside action since election night. I mean, nothing even close. So, and what happens when you trade is sometimes you get caught in that stuff in a bad way. Who got caught in a bad way? This guy right here. Let me explain to you how I got my head taken off. And, I was saying to somebody on Instagram this morning, they said, well, how do you deal with that? And I think it's important. I think it's a really important thing to hear. And what I said was, the Instagram is Princeton Trader. What I said in the comment was, losing and having bad days are part of trading. Okay. If you're going to trade, you're going to have a tough day. You're going to get smacked sometimes. If your trading strategy is I'm never going to lose or I can't lose, then you're doomed to begin with, and you're doomed two ways. First of all, you're not going to take risk because you don't want to lose or you can't lose or whatever this overlying thing is that you put into your brain. You'll end up taking bigger hits in the long run because when you get into bad trades, you'll hang on to them because you quote unquote can't lose, which means you can't be wrong, which means you hang on and things get worse. If you're hanging on to losers and making them worse, then you're going to miss other opportunities. You're going to miss the winners. You're going to be in all the wrong stuff for too long, and you're going to miss the stuff that you should be in. Okay? So what's better is to say, okay, I want to trade. Sometimes I'm going to be wrong. Sometimes I'm going to lose. How am I going to deal with that? What are my rules going to be? In our room, we have risk markers and we have disaster stops. Yesterday was disaster stop city. Our disaster stops were usually about 5 handles below the entry. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, they got hit in rapid succession. So how did all that come to pass? All right, let's look at an hourly chart. Here's your head fake up. We did 78.75. Here's weekly pivot. Remember, we were talking about that original price zone from 69 to 73. It broke weekly pivot, and then it didn't give anybody a chance to even get in. It just accelerated down. And before you knew it, within the hour, we were down at the floor, the matching lows down at 54. That was about the time I did the midday update. Well, it had already been a bloodbath at that point. The 54 floor, we mess around with it for a little while. And, the other thing was on the way down here, it broke my proprietary lower level, and it didn't even really give a way back in. It didn't give you a chance to get in short. That's what big down markets do. It was a little bit of a pause right around here at S2 at 64, 64.25. But unless you were on it immediately, it was going to leave you behind. So 54 breaks. And that's when you see, things really start to get involved. Now, in the overnight, it's been interesting. We have been long overnight because of all of these moves. I'll turn this into a 15-minute chart. There have been multiple moves down to 33.34. You've got the monthly pivot underneath at 23.29.75. Let's talk about what a channel day is. So far, this is a channel day. So back to the daily. So what's the channel? I talked about that during the daily wrap-up yesterday. You see the gray line and you see the yellow line. Okay. Yesterday's low was a third standard deviation lower band. Okay. Overnight, we went down to 32 and change there, 32.25, and tagged again the third standard deviation lower band. That's the bottom of what I call the channel. This is very typical price action for lower band rides. Now here's the trick. You see the yellow line. That's the second standard deviation lower band. Right now, it's 44.5. And you got to understand, these things move constantly. What you would expect if we are in a textbook lower band ride that is going to result in the bears really making a move towards things like the 100-day exponential moving average down there, the yellow line. This yellow line will act as resistance, and we will spend a couple of days in the channel. Okay? Now, here's your mid-band. We're trading below it. Therefore, we are what? We're sell rallies. Okay? I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a long webcast. I'm almost done, though. We are sell rallies. So if we get up to 44.45 and we can't get through here, it's a rally sell. Okay? You get back to the daily pivot. You get back to 54 to try to reestablish that, to convert that from support into resistance, and it stalls out and you get some lower highs. That's a rally sell. You can have a move all the way back up to 68, which is your daily midband, and it's still a potential rally sell. So there will be a violent rally. Maybe it's today, maybe it's another day. When it comes, though, the key to this entire market, and now the key to the spring trade, is how do the bears react to that pop? Do they defend it and turn it into a lower low? If they do, then we got to sell rallies markets that is going to last a hell of a lot longer than a day or two. If not, then what will happen is what's happened in the past. Last time we saw it was in November. The bears will not stand in at key areas and will head higher and higher and higher, and we'll start dealing with the mid-band, and we'll be back trading up above the mid-band, and we'll get back into a buy dips mode. Don't rule that out. You can't rule it out. Okay? So remember, today, channel day. Watch these two lines. Pull up a daily chart. You should have these two lines in mind all day long. Remember, losing is part of trading. Have a plan. Execute your plan, and you'll be fine. Respect risk, and that's the key. It's the key to a lot of things. All right. Everybody have a fantastic day. I will catch everybody from the midday update. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade 'em well.